Hey there. Welcome to Talks with Her. I am Monique and I am your host, um, partner, guide, sister friend, um, you know, arm linked walking journeyer with you for all of the things that we will uncover and discuss during our time together. This is the very first podcast recording. The purpose of this podcast recording was just for me to familiarize you with what Talks with Her is, the story behind it, and why this is being delivered to you now. So here we go. Talks with Her developed out of my own personal need to have a space where I can have my thoughts be said out loud and make sense. Um, Often it's like the mind is a battlefield, and we don't have a chance to relax into our thoughts. And as soon as they start running wild, we lose everything. We lose our confidence. We lose our ability to reason. We lose our calmness and peace and everything. We lose sight of who we are, even if just for a millisecond, but still, nonetheless, a millisecond is something, right? So, Talks with Her really was birthed out of a need for a space to talk with her. And the her is me, the her is you, the her is the woman next to you, the her is the woman behind you, the her is the woman around you, wherever you're listening to me, the one in the car next to you, the office space next to you, the across the street from you. It's her. It's every her. There is no specific demographic here. We're all women and we all experience some varying degree of the things that we're going to be discussing in this particular podcast. So, unlike other podcasts where it's just, me and hosts talking, I thought that it would be pretty cool to have you all ask the questions. So, we will have Instagram followings and social media followings to give you the opportunity to build out our community and ask the questions that you really want discussed. Of course, I am a published author, so the Talks with Her brand has books that go along with it. And the first book is Talks with Her about family. So, the first official podcast topic will be about family. Holidays are coming. That brings about a great deal of anxiety or a great deal of excitement, depending upon your relationships with your family and how to navigate through those. Let's keep it real. A lot of us have suffered through some trauma and some pain with our family, and it's the difficulty is compounded with the fact that we have the expectation that our family is supposed to love us and care for us and be there and all these things. And, sometimes, most of the time, let's not be negative, right? Sometimes, no, most of the time that's the case. But sometimes things may go off the rails a bit. Sometimes there's things that happen beyond our control. What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? Well, we talk through it. That's what we do. This is our space to talk together. So be open, be um, ready, be brave, uh, and be vulnerable. This is your space to do that. I'm going to do all those things with you. So, talk back to me. And definitely, when when something is said that resonates with you, please don't be afraid to share it, to help others understand it. The goal and the mission behind Talks with Her brand for me is to provide a space for you to feel safe and to know that you are loved, and to find that love in yourself, to sift through all the things. You know, it's great to be resilient, but in the moments before we accept our resilience, is pain, and you have to have somebody to sift through the pain with, sift through the good things, and put all of the pain and the good things together to come to your purpose. So my purpose is to walk through those areas with you to get to your purpose. That's really what this is about. Um, and this is just the assignment that was given to me to do. so so here I am, and here you are. As I say in my book, you'll hear me say a lot that I'm not above you or, beneath you. Like, I walk right alongside of you um, in many capacities. So, yeah, we're going to get all the way into it. We're going to keep it very, very real and talk very real about life. I'm very bubbly and open, transparent, but I'm also um, real, and I'm kind. Um, but I can, but I can get, give it to you too, if that's necessary. So, um, if any of me resonates with any of you, then let's walk through this journey together, and grow together, and just be real with one another. Many of the spaces that you all that are listening to me, many of the spaces that you find yourself in right now, I've been in them, or I'm in them right now myself still. I hate these experts who come and tell you how to live your life and how to improve your life and all these things, and they forget to tell you that they're still struggling with things too. So they conveniently leave that part out, right? They got it mastered, and they so much so they tell you how to do it, but they don't tell you that, hey, there's still some things I'm struggling with. So I ain't her and she ain't me. Okay. So I'm going to tell you, the things that, yeah, I am struggling with this. I talk very candid. I am vulgar. I do believe in God, but I do cuss. So do not judge me. And if that's what you're here for, well, you keep it pushing, because we are going to be real around here. It's the only way that I know how to be, and I have to deliver it to you the way that I am. And you know what? In all that vulgarity and whatever else I am, God still loves me. Okay? I am still everything to Him. So therefore, what anybody else has to say doesn't matter. So, nonetheless, that is the journey that we are going on together. We are going to be discussing a multitude of topics that pertain to us as women. Friendships, relationships, family relationships, abuse, workplace and career structuring. We'll be talking through image and self love, and oh gosh, so many mental health. Gosh, so many things that are important for us as we grow, as we develop, as we move into these spaces where we gain opportunities to cheer each other on. Wow, we don't cheer each other on enough. We don't cheer ourselves on enough. So we're gonna start doing that. We're gonna move differently, and we're gonna start doing that. So that's what this podcast is about. That's what this community, the Talks with Her community, that's what we're all about. Um, is there space for negativity? Of course, because that is where some of you are right now. Some of you are in the throes of it. But hopefully, one day, one syllable at a time, something will be said that will help to soften those sharper edges. Something will be said that will resonate with your heart in so much, in such a way that um, you'll start to feel the anger, the aggression, or the hurt, the trauma that you suffer. You'll start to feel some of those things subside. I am not a licensed therapist. I have lots of licensed therapists, a great deal of therapy, but I am not a licensed therapist, and I don't claim to be. I'm a woman just like you. I'm many things. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a nurse. I'm many things, many hats, whole alphabet soup behind my name. But that's not what I'm here for. I'm not here for the accolades and the presentations. Um, that's not what we're doing. We can do that when we're just working through pleasantries and the surface level shit. I'm here to be real with you because that alphabet soup, being a nurse and having an MBA and four different bachelor's degrees and four different specialties and running successful businesses and having money and all that didn't stop me from um, being suicidal. That didn't stop me from depression. It didn't stop me from being heinously abused. It didn't stop me from suffering through family trauma. It didn't stop any of the bad things in my life. Uh, it didn't. Just like my relationship with God didn't stop any of the bad things in my life. So we're gonna get into it. Because what do you mean, Monique? How do you still have um a space to how do you still have capacity to talk with her if you are a survivor of abuse and trauma and workplace inappropriateness and trauma in your friendships, trauma in your relationships, and depression and self-doubt and suicidal ideologies. And how do you still have a space to talk with her and you've had all of these things happen in your life? Well, that's what we're going to talk through. I know you thought I was going to give it all to you right now, huh? Nope. You're going to have to keep on. You're going to have to keep on coming back and engage with us as I talk with you about how you land on the other side of pain, which is purpose and peace, uh, and how that looks happy and sad all at the same time. How do you navigate through all of these things? We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it in a real way. Um, all of the things that make you you. Sexuality. We're gonna talk about that. That's important. Everything. So I just want you all to buckle up and know that when you press play, when you see that little Talks with Her logo and you press play on that logo, know that this is your time. This is your space of relaxation. Liken it to going to the spa. You go to the spa, you come out and you're like so relaxed. You're like, oh my God, I feel so great. Well, this is your hour of power, honey. This is your time to feel great. And we're gonna talk real. I'm not big on experts. I want to talk through how to get through it. Don't you just hate it? When you go to therapy and you're like, getting into really some really heavy stuff and you're really just struggling to kind of understand what the therapist is trying to help you understand, and you feel like you're kind of on the cusp of it, and then boom, your hour is up. And you're like, what What the fuck? I need more. I, I I don't even understand. And the therapist is like, nope, see you next week. And you're like, wait a minute, what the hell? I wasn't finished like processing these thoughts yet. So then you're left trying to work through and process, all that you just talked through in therapy, and take nothing from this. Like, therapy is life saving for real. But it's what do you do for the rest of those 23 hours in that day, and then the next 24, times 7, whatever the hell that is? What is that, 168? Sure, yeah, okay. So what do you do for the next 167 hours after therapy? When you're really living your real ass life and real ass things are going on. um how do you tackle that? How do you muster up the courage and the confidence to go into your employer and say, hey, what you did was inappropriate. I don't like it, and I'm not going to stand for that anymore. And be prepared when they say, okay, well, beat it, buzz off, get out of here. Like, how do you bounce back from that? Um, how do you bounce back from family trauma? How do you bounce back from a bad mother-daughter relationship? If you hate your mom, or your mom hates you, you hate your dad, or your dad hates you, or you and your siblings just try to kill each other anytime you're within arm length distance. How do you, or you have a grandparent that's like, super judgmental, and just makes you feel shamed all the time. Like, where is your space to go where you're free just to be you, and you don't have to deal with that, and all of the thoughts and the feelings? Where is your space to go where there's no shame and there's no pain, and you are recognized just for who you are while you're here on this earth, with no judgment? Well, my purpose and my hope is that your space is right here in our community. Talks with her. So that's the story behind the brand. That's a bit about me. That's who I am. That's a bit about what we are doing here. So look forward to seeing those notifications when a new podcast drops. Um, I will always keep the episodes open, transparent, and consistent, because you need that. And I need you as much as you need me. We're in this together, you know? So that's what we're going to do. And we are going to grow and be confident. We're going to let go. We're going to have peace. And I mean real peace, not just for a week or the retreat, and then when we get back home, it's back to hell in a handbasket and some bullshit. Nope, we're not doing any of that. We're going to have real peace. So here we go. Just wanted to give you a few quick moments, talk for about 15-20 minutes about what you can expect and how you will be embraced here with love and grace, um, and beauty, because that's what you deserve, because that's what you are. So, buckle up, honeys, and get ready. We are going to go on a journey. So, watch for our first official episode. It is coming soon. And until then, be love, be light, be at peace, and continue to talk with her. And know that you're not alone. You are not alone. You are not alone. See you soon.